Ala ala South Africa, ala ala. Banyana Banyana, ala ala. Thank you very much. Today we have our dignitaries, the VVVIPs, Banyana Banyana, with us. We are here because the President of the Republic of South Africa called us to be here. She called on Banyana Banyana to come to this monument of our people, the Union Buildings, and to honor them, to pay respect to them as the heroes, as the heroines of Africa, as the conquerors of Africa. So ours is just to direct the program and make it move. And we're starting. The person who's going to be talking to us, and I'm certain that as she speaks, will be getting a lot of pearls of wisdom. Because we want to know, how did we get here to be these champions and leading the continent to the World Cup stage. Without any further ado, I will call none other than Desiree Ellis herself, from South.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to acknowledge first Your Excellency the President, Minister Nati, President of SAFA, Representative of CESL. And the reason why we are this fantastic team of incredible players and staff. I'm going to tell a story. We came very, very close. I think we played the best football that you can see on the continent in that tournament. But unfortunately, we came away with a silver medal. 4 years down the line, I think we had a lot of players that now played abroad. I think they've matured. We had local players. We had to hold the fort for the 2 years during COVID when we could not get our overseas-based players. They gained a lot of experience. We then went to the Aisha Buhari Cup in Nigeria, and we walloped them. There's no other word for that. We walloped them in their own country. And that showed that we were on the right track. That showed that, you know, the overseas-based players, some of them for the first time since 2019 came. And we always wondered, back then when Nigeria had overseas-based, Ghana had, we wondered what our overseas-based players would bring. And I can honestly say that they brought more than we could ever expect. Then we got together for this year's competition, and I got the senior players together, and I said, what is your ambition? Jermaine was up front, and she said, we want to win this. I said, okay, we have the qualifier for the World Cup first and then the final. She says, no, we win this, we qualify. The same ambition that we had as coaches. We said to them, trust us as we trust you. We said to them, you set the standard, you raise the levels, you drag everyone along with you, and they surely did. The first game, again, Nigeria. We again showed them who is best on the continent. We played really well, and then we started managing things. We had the small matter of first Gabriela Salgado not coming with us, and then Tembi getting injured. And there was a little bit of a somber mood with Tembi getting injured. But this group is so amazing. And Tembi stood up and said, this injuries happens to the best of us, but we still have an objective. And I was glad that Tembi was there when we qualified. She was there when we qualified. Then Tembi left. Then we had some COVID cases. And we were not sure who we were going to put out on the pitch. But I must thank the Football Federation because they came through for us. They assisted us in that essence. And the players that were sort of left, they were ready to take the field. And I must say that that training session was one of the best we had. But then God came through for us. God came through for us, and all those players were available. were available. We won the semi-final, and I know we had a lot of people's hearts going like this, but we knew that that is our destiny. When we were on our way to the stadium, we saw all these people walking along. But already by 4 o'clock, we had seen pictures of the stadium being packed out. But these players, they were not afraid, because they knew it's their destiny. As they walked onto the pitch for the pitch walk, they were singing and dancing. We got a couple of thumbs down, we got a couple of claps, but they were ready. I went to sit on the seat while they were warming up, and a journalist came to me, Asha, and she said to me, "Is everything okay?" I said, "No, I'm good. My job is done. Now it's up to them." We said, if we united, we're going to win this. If we play for each other, we're going to win this. And I must say, I've never felt more united in a team than this time around. And that is what brought us through. 1-0, 2-0, the stadium started emptying. Then the 9 minutes went up, and I thought, oh my goodness, that was the longest 9 minutes. I kept turning to the bench, and I said to Coach Tina, "Coach T, how many minutes?" She said 7. Not long after that, "Coach T, how many minutes?" 6. "Coach T, how many minutes?" 5. "Coach T," and it went on and on. And then the referee blew the final whistle. It was tears of joy. It was tears of joy, it was jubilation. I'm sure you saw the videos of me going crazy, of shouting into the video. It was just the culmination of the hard work, not just by these players, but those that have come before, by the coaches that have come before, and the coaches that coach back in the league, because without their contribution, we couldn't do anything. The South African Football Association, our wonderful sponsor, Cecil. President, I think all the other corporates out there must be very jealous. 2 World Cups successive, Cecil. 2 Olympics successive, 2 successive finals, and getting this gold medal. What more could a sponsor ask for? So we say thank you very much, Cecil. We really appreciate you. And this gold medal is an attitude of gratitude to say thank you for everything that you've done for women's football. Because I can honestly stand here and say, if it wasn't for Cecil, I'm not sure where we would be. So we say thank you very much. And to this wonderful group of players, this amazing players, and the staff, my word, I think I have the best people surrounding me. I think I have the best manager, physio, you name it, assistant coach, goalkeeper coach, you name it. I think I have the best. Right, players? I have the best. So this is your team, South Africa. And we did this for you. So thank you very much for all the support and all the praise from back home. We really felt that even during load shedding, President. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach, and thank you so much, Sasso, for believing in the girls, for going all the way. Thank you so much for your support. We hope that other members of the corporate sector are taking notes on this, and suffer with you all the way, as the coach has said. Ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, cometh the man, cometh the moment. President, you called us, we are here. We are not told why we should be here, but we are here, President. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister Natim Tetwa. Thank you to all the ministers and deputy ministers who are also here, and the Director General also of the department. I'd also like to extend my greetings to the President of SAFA, Mr. Danny Jordan, whom I saw dancing. I didn't know that he could dance as well as he did when I saw him on the screen. I also want to extend my greetings to the leadership of SAFA and representatives of sporting organizations. I must extend my warm greetings to Desiree Ellis, the national coach of Banyana Banyana. I also want to extend my greetings to the two captains. Three, are they three? Oh, wow, the three captains. And of course, Refilwe was on the field on the day, and she's sitting next to me there. And the other two captains who have led this team extremely well. But more importantly, I want to extend my warm greetings to the heroines of our nation, the ladies who made sure that they bring the cup home, Banyana Banyana, who are here. I extend my greetings to you. I'd like to say that today our hearts are filled with pride. They are bursting at the seams with a great deal of joy because you, Banyana Banyana, you promised that you would bring the cup back home. And you have brought it home. Here is the cup. It's not in any other country on the continent. It is here in South Africa, where it belongs. 5 times you have come close, but you were denied the victory that you deserved. And now you have claimed it. And by so doing, you have reached the real pinnacle of football, of women's football on our continent. When you took to the pitch in Rabat on Saturday night, we as the people of South Africa, 60 million of us, were with you in spirit. We were almost with you on the pitch. And we watched you as you entered that pitch like gladiators, like our warriors. You were really going to war on behalf of 60 million people. It has been difficult for many of you for a number of reasons. The good news of your win was like rain falling on dry and parched ground. You have, through your victory, lifted the hearts of our nation in the midst of the many challenges that our country faces, but you have given us reason to put aside our differences, to put aside for a while our troubles, our anguish about a whole number of things, like load shedding, as Desiree also said. And of course, we wish that there wouldn't be any load shedding while you were playing. And I think there wasn't. Was there some? I'm sorry about that. But you enabled us to embrace one another, and such is the power of sport, because for a while we were able to put away our many other issues and united as a nation. And I want to assure you that you had behind you the 60 million South Africans who were blowing like a wind behind your sails, and I'm sure you must have felt it as you were playing and scoring those victory goals. Yes, your road to victory has not been an easy one. There have been upsets, there have been injuries, and there have been disappointments, which you, Desiree, more than any other coach, felt so intensely. And that is why we were also filled with pride when you were recognized as the best coach that our continent has in women's football. And congratulations once again. The COVID pandemic also disrupted your preparations, but I must say you persevered rather, no matter how great the setback and the obstacle that was in your way, you did overcome. You are the real role models of our young people. With your victory in Morocco, South Africa has become widely recognized with regards to women's football. When you walked onto that Moroccan pitch with those thousands Moroccans, you know, applauding their side, somehow my heart missed a beat, and I felt, is Morocco going to shine over us once again? And I'm glad to say that you did not allow that to happen. So we stand proud. We stand proud as a nation on the African continent. We have no doubt you will do us proud next year in the FIFA Women's World Cup. We are going with you to the FIFA Women's World Cup. You will have all of us behind you once again, and we will wish you the very best there. Since the dawn of our democracy, we have welcomed our nation's finest here at the Union Buildings. Sportsmen, women, political leaders, as well as statesmen, leaders of various other countries. We've welcomed authors, we've welcomed community activists, artists and musicians. And today we do you the honor of welcoming you here, representing our country with distinction. To our national coach, Desiree Ellis, we say thank you. Your skills, your professionalism, your cool and integrity. I don't know how as a coach you could keep your cool. I've often seen many coaches being emotional as they are about to lose, but you led Banyana Banyana with a great deal of dignity, and we want to thank you as you led them to victory. And to the captains, thank you very much for your able leadership and for keeping the team focused and united. We are really pleased that you provided this type of leadership, all three of you. Now today, by being here at the Union Buildings, you are almost on hallowed ground. Hallowed ground because 60 years ago, your great-grandmothers marched onto this building. There were thousands of women who came to this building, your great-grandmothers, perhaps even your great-great-grandmothers. They marched to this building against the then apartheid government. Their march made this ground to be a hallowed ground. This was the citadel of colonial and apartheid oppression, but they marched onto this ground and they've made it hallowed ground. And now we welcome you here. For us, this is very symbolic, for you to be able to come here to the Union Buildings and to present this cup to us here at the Union Buildings. In essence, you are presenting this cup to the nation as a whole. As we prepare to commemorate the Women's March in 2 weeks' time to observe Women's Month, we recall how the pioneers of 1956 lit the path for future generations of South African women and girls. And you are that cohort of women and girls who are here today. They were the symbols of resilience and determination as you are. You represent resilience and great determination as the young women of our country. When the final whistle blew in the stadium last Saturday, it was the end of a well-played match, but every South African was inspired by your determination to never give up and to try and keep trying. Desiree, I'm pleased that you never gave up, even after 5 attempts. Young girls saw who you are playing, that you were playing with your hearts for the nation, and you inspired many young girls around the nation. And I'm sure that today the various young girls who are in our country want to be in the Banyana Banyana team. You have inspired them and they want to be like you. You fired up the dreams of these young girls all over the country, in Maryland, in New Brighton, yes, even in Uppington, where you come from, even in Salt River, New Brighton, in Umlazi, in Khalishiwe, all over the show. You fired up the dreams of many of the young people. Now, because of your victory on the pitch, they too will strive to be what you have become. Know that as you bask in this victory, the people of South Africa are very proud of you. But I believe that we must do good by you. You have made us proud. You have put South Africa on the map once again, not only in relation to women's football, but you have put our nation on the map once again. You do deserve to be recognized, and we should not only recognize you by clapping for you and flying our flag. We need to do much more. I do believe that you deserve much more than what you deserve much more. Now, I have heard, as soon as the TV reporters were saying, yes, our girls are going to get this much and so forth, and I kept asking myself, is that enough? Now this is what you deserve. You deserve equal pay for equal work that you do. Now I've been told that you get 10 times less than what the men get when they play. And that has to come to an end. We are a non-racial, democratic, and non-sexist country. I am hugely opposed to unequal pay, and it must come to an end. We must demonstrate our appreciation for you with regard to the pay that you should get. And of course, everyone in the country does support that you should be given a token, not even a token of recognition. You should be given what you deserve. And what do you deserve? Danny Jordan, we cannot continue supporting the notion that when Bafana Bafana plays, they get much more than what Banyana Banyana gets. There has to be equality. I have been very strong in arguing that unequal pay is unfair, is unjust, and it must come to an end. Now, I would like us to demonstrate this very well. We demonstrate it, and the Minister of Finance is not here. And he always says, President, we don't discuss budgetary matters on the hoof. But this time round, I'm going to say, Minister of Sports, Minister Wazy has run away. I'm going to say we need to give added remuneration to these young women who have made our country so proud. But having done so, we must then make sure that we eliminate the whole process of unequal pay out of our system. When men and women do equal work, the remuneration must be the same. And in fact, we must outlaw this notion that men should get better pay than women. It is not the right thing to do. It is unjust. We cannot continue treating the women of our country in an unjust and unfair manner like that. So today I want to say, even in sporting codes, in the various sporting codes that we've got, I would like us to embark on a program that is now going to recognize equal pay for equal work. So let us do everything we can. And I know that it may take some time for us to get there. But this time round, I would like to see these women who have made South Africa so proud to be given added remuneration than what even the minister has added. You deserve the best. So welcome home. Welcome home, champions of Africa. You are the golden girls of our country. You are the queens of Africa. Whether they like it or they don't like it, you are the queens, and we recognize you for that. Thank you very much for what you've done for this country. You've been the real patriots of our country. Thank you very much for being the golden girls of South Africa. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, President. Thank you so much for everything, especially the last part, where Minister of Finance is committed. Yeah, so it would be easy. It would be easy then for us to move forward. But thank you very much, Mr. President, for the message and what then needs to be done. We will not waste time now. We are going to be, the President has prepared the certificate for our heroines, but just to say to Banyana Banyana that the whole of, from the President, the whole of the cabinet of South Africa, during this time you were playing there, all of us were ministers of sport. You got this support from every member of the executive. They were all behind you. Some of them are not here, ministers, deputy ministers, some of them are not here, but they were with you all the way.